Welcome to Anna's birthday party.
Yeah, there's a guy going crazy about it. He zoomed in on that fucker.
He's
like, hey, oh, hey, bada boom,
what about
hey.
that child in the corner?
What about the...
She's dancing like a fucking house party
what about
character.
Brooklyn Italian...
Mario, Granny, the Brooklyn?
Granny Mario, the Brooklyn.
Or how about fucking weird-ass possessed China doll in blue dress?
Or, this is just a whole fucking shit show. Or fucking half-dead old man.
Or how about my 3 clones?
My name's Solian Guard, and these are my 3 clones.
Solian Guard, Solian Guard, and Solian Guard.
Solian
Great!
Solian Guard and Bill.
The Solian Guard. He wanted to be different. But he has a heart of gold.
Anyway, the Sonic movie.
Yeah.
It's been a week since we last talked about it.
For you. It's been 12 seconds for us.
Yeah. So the Sonic movie.
So what I was going to say was that they released the apparent plot of the movie. Where Sonic and this cop have to like team up to collect the power rings and stop Eggman from getting them first. And it's like a road trip thing.
Here's my thing. I think the best news to come out of it was casting Ben Schwartz as Sonic.
Oh yeah. That I think was a good decision.
I'm like, hot damn! And he's embracing the hell out of it. Haven't seen Jim Carrey say shit. Yeah. And I'm like, I get it. You're Jim Carrey.
I haven't even seen a fucking screenshot.
I'm like, you're Jim Carrey. Great. Well, I saw the fucking like picture.
That's not Jim Carrey. The one where he looks like a fucking old man?
No, not that. I'm talking about I've seen the screenshot of the Green Hill police station.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What I will say is, I get it, you're Jim Carrey, so you're probably not going to post about Sonic. But meanwhile, Ben Schwartz is just all over Twitter with it. I'm fucking... I love it. He was like, I play every blue character, because he's also Dewey.
Yeah.
In DuckTales. And I'm like, by the way, DuckTales, I still have to fucking catch up. It's fucking great.
Same. Yeah, I know.
It looks fucking hype as shit. They sent in a little bit of the moon theme at the end of the last season.
I know, that was awesome.
I was like, I'm so fucking happy with that. The writers know what they're doing. And it upsets me, too, because I fell completely out of Disney's TV networks a while ago.
I did when Gravity Falls ended.
And now they're, like, coming in with this stuff, and I'm like...
I fell out of it once Gravity Falls ended, and I wish I didn't because I want to watch Star.
Yeah, there's also Star, which I haven't also been keeping up with. You know what's funny about Star, though, is that, like, even when I was keeping up with it... Even when I was, quote-unquote...
No!
Even when I was, quote-unquote, keeping up with it, I was only watching, like, the big fucking, like, finales and shit.
Yeah.
Which was fine, because you kind of just get a feel of... Like, that's really where the story... It's like Steven Universe. The story points really kick in.
Speaking of which...
it's coming.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did you see the trailers?
Yeah, I did.
Did you know when? You know when they're coming?
What's the official date?
December 7th.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, that's
like around there.
That's the fucking same day Smash comes out.
Yup.
It's gonna fucking...
Or, no. I'm sorry, it's December 4th through 7th. It's gonna be another fucking bomb.
I'm so fucking happy.
Though, like, you wanna know what, like, I don't know how to feel about?
What?
According to Zach, whatever the fuck his name is, the guy that plays Steven.
Zach Allison.
Yeah. Save Blaze. Well, fuck you too.
Jesus.
Apparently they still have another fucking season's worth of episodes, like, ready to go. And I'm like, what?
I've always known for a while that the Steven bombs were Cartoon Network's idea.
Well, no. My shock isn't that they have so much pent up.
Oh, it's that...
My shock is that the series is still gonna last that long.
Yeah.
Because, like, like, now more than ever, it seems like it's ending.
It does. We see White Diamond.
I mean, how long is White Diamond gonna be, like, the big bad?
I mean, with Yellow Diamond and Blue Diamond kind of starting to see eye to eye a bit, Steven, it really does.
Like... I mean, I have my complaints with Steven Universe now, but, like, I still I still enjoy it.
I think it's what I've always been a big
to me. It went from being an amazing show to like a good show.
What's always been a big thing with me about any show I watch, whether it be something like How I Met Your Mother, or it's Voltron, or it's a random anime I watch, as long as it's telling the story that it wants to tell, which with anime it's based on the manga usually, so I don't really have anything on that. It's like, I'm watching it because it's already a good story, because it's like 70 chapters ahead from the anime, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, especially in case of like the new Sword Art season, which is actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
The manga for Sword Art, I'm pretty sure, already ended.
Excuse me.
I don't think it's still going. But the other thing is that my big thing with any show like that I watch, as long as it tells the story that that it wants to tell, as long as the creators are telling the story that they want to tell and not the story the network wants them to tell.
Yeah,
I'm on board.
No, I'm on board.
Like,
but
How I Met Your Mother, I'm not gonna go on and spoil the ending. I'm sure you already know it.
Yeah, I know it
from looking it up, and maybe other people do too.
No, I know the ending because you told me.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
I don't care.
But that's the other thing too.
Depending on the thing, most of the times I really don't care about spoilers because I'll know what happens, but I won't know how it happens.
Right. Here's my thing with the ending.
Or why.
There's a high fucking intolerance for the ending of How I Met Your Mother, which by the way, isn't even because of the reason you'd think. Like the big twist that they pulled.
Yeah.
It's because of something they did with two of the characters that was a main plot point. And they just kind of apparently in what it looks like they just kind of threw it away at the end of the season. Which the biggest issue with it is that the last finale episodes, the 2-parter, is just a major time lapse montage of 2 years later, 3 years later, 4 years, just keeps fucking going. To catch up to when he's telling the story, which rushes the entire arc of every character in the show, so it kind of fucks it a bit. But my big thing with that was a lot of people were like, "Oh, fucking it," but I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna bitch and moan about this ending because they had this ending planned already.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna sit here and be like, how dare they tell the story they wanted to tell?
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not, and you have a right to not like it. But most of the complaints I had were, how dare they, or I'm like, because they wanted to tell that story.
Yeah, you can't blame them for telling the story that they want. You don't have to like it. You just can't kill them.
Exactly. You can't sit there and be and take it almost personal.
Yeah.
Because
oh God, I'm gonna die. This is a trial of memory.
I would rather they tell the story they want to tell than tell the story the fans want to tell. Because they did an edited ending, where everything was, a spoiler alert, the mother dies. Because I'm tired of trying to beat around the bush for people that haven't watched a show that at this point...
That's 10 years old.
It's been over since 2014. Fucking... Mother dies. That wasn't the big issue. The other big issue was, also spoiler alert, Ted and Robin get together at the end of the series. There's divorce. And it was a big deal. The whole 9th season was just their wedding weekend, in a whole 21 episodes worth of just the wedding weekend, which honestly in writing terms is pretty impressive. To write something so conservatively that you can make it fit all in a 3-day spectrum.
Did I lose?
But I don't even know.
That was so abstract.
Game. Yeah.
Because it was when you hear Future City and Inferno, what do you think? Mission or escape? I guess I won.
Alright. Disaster Seal in 10 years ago. For Princess Elise or...
Wait.
Please. Seal, so go with Princess Elise.
Anyway.
No, yeah. So, the thing is that, they did an alternate cut ending for the DVD release. Where they didn't have the mother die. And Robin and Barney didn't get a divorce. And they didn't film anything extra, of course, for it. So they just cut it differently. So the ending that they created was kind of cute, and I liked the beginning of it, but then it just felt like it wouldn't have worked that way. I guess if they had actually filmed that as an ending, it would have been different instead of just cutting what they had differently. But still, it was just like, it was basically the alternate ending was just like, instead of going through the whole future to the extent of like, oh, this is what happened to the mother, here's what happened to Robin Barney, and oh, fuck. It ended with like, all I had to do to meet your mother was, and then it goes through the entire fucking series and shit. And it was like, then I have to end up at this train station right here, and then it ends with them introducing each other, which I thought was like, that's cute. I was like, if you're gonna end a show about how your mother...
Then, like, it's kind of clever because it's like how I met your mother, not how I made a relationship with your mom.
Exactly. So it was like, I was like, well, that's the other thing too. Like, the last scene of Ted and the mother genuinely was the train where they actually met. Because before that, they showed them together throughout the 9th season and like future like fast forwards. But the ending of their arc was them together. But the ending of the series was them being like, you just told us this story because you wanted us to be okay with Aunt Robin, with you seeing Aunt Robin again, you know, and then he's like, we love Aunt Robin, and he's like, call her. He's like, I will, and he's like, I have a better plan, and he gets the blue French horn from the beginning of the series again, and the end of the show is Robin looking out her window to Ted on the sidewalk holding the blue French horn, and it just ends with like showing everyone's fucking like credits and everything. And it's just like it's sweet, and I love it, as I've watched it 9 times and I've like accepted it now. But I can see why people wouldn't like it as much, because I was like, it does kind of loose up the whole point of like both the entire 9th season and the entire show. Because it does kind of just go, what was the point of this mother? Because every time I watch it, when they reveal the mother at the end of the 8th season, I still cry a bit. Mm-hmm. They build it up well, the music timing is great, everything's fucking great. But with that reveal to the actual ending of the series, it is kind of a punch in the gut. And not in the best way. But I still accept the ending, because that's what they wanted to tell. Sorry I went on that How I Met Your Mother rant, but it just goes to my main point of, even with Steven Universe, if they want to tell the story they want to tell it, I'm not going to complain, and I'm actually going to respect it, because honestly, it's one of the best shows on TV right now, in terms of cartoons.
Yeah, it just has it has a character problem right now. Because, like, so, like, just to put it out there, I watch a bunch of video, like a lot of video essays.
Right.
And 2 of which happen to be a 2-hour-long video called Steven Universe is Garbage and Here's Why.
Right.
And then a counter video that was like 10 minutes long called Steven Universe Isn't Garbage and Here's Why. But the main thing I wanted, because I watched that entire 2-hour-long video, some points I agreed with, some points I absolutely did not. He was saying, like the parts that I do agree with is that most of the problems that come from the show are because of Steven and how he acts in every situation. Like, he went from being, like, the bumbling kid, right, to being just Jesus. You know? Like, peace and love, we can't fight anything, which I know is, like, the aim of the show is to be like, you don't have to fight, but, like, the biggest offender is, think about the greatest arc in the fucking show, which in my opinion is the arc with the cluster.
Right.
When, you know, Peridot first joins them.
Mm-hmm.
Not only was Peridot's redemption arc really sweet, but, like, they built up the cluster to be, like, this huge thing, right?
Right.
And then, like, the time finally comes when they're gonna encounter the cluster. And then Steven just talks to it. Like, you basically had an entire season's worth of build-up to lead up to that? To something so anticlimactic that it's like, oh, Steven just bubbled it and talked to it.
I will say, a better payoff to that is the more recent payoff to it, where they use it against the Titans.
That was
that
cool.
was a sick payoff.
That was sick. But like in the moment, it was kind of like, like that would be like for example, that would be like if in Dragon Ball, like they had like an entire season's worth of buildup of Frieza, and then Goku and Frieza just talked it out.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of creating that amazing like hatred for each other during like Z, and then when he came back for the Tournament of Power, you know, like they don't talk it out, they still hate each other, but like they were when worst came to worst, when it came to having to defeat Jiren, they had to work together in the end, and it was probably
awesome.
Not only was it fucking awesome, I would argue it's probably one of the greatest scenes in any media ever.
I watch it all the time.
So do I, and it makes me like cry almost.
It does. It does. It literally brings me to like such emotional attachment.
You want to know what I feel like whenever I watch this scene? I literally watch that scene, and I feel like I'm 10 years old again.
Dude,
like watching Dragon Ball Z for the first time.
There are two anime scenes that give me the same emotional reaction. It is that one from Super, and it is the ending of Brotherhood, where Ed just starts punching the shit out of Father.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, get it! Kick his ass! Fuck
yeah!
Him! And I'm just like,
it's like, fuck yeah!
It's like, fuck yeah!
Brotherhood is so good.
It's so fucking good. And it's so fucking good.
I knew you were gonna do that.
It's every session. It's too fucking late.
It's so fucking good.
It's too fucking late, man. It's oh god. But no, it's like it's such a good fucking scene. And it'll like
I always get chills when Beerus just screams, "Goku! Frieza!" They're like, "Go!"
Dude,
and then they're just like, "Yeah!"
I'm gonna cut right back into the dub when that.
Oh yes, that. I'm just waiting.
I can't watch the dub right now because I've been so accepting of the sub.
Yeah,
like, I've only seen the sub. Like going back to the dub is like weird right now for me.
Yeah, I watch it for certain scenes.
Exactly. When they get to this fucking scene,
it's gonna.
I'm gonna
jizz myself.
Oh. I want to hear Beerus' English voice, because I feel like even with hearing the sub voice, Beerus' English voice has always been in my head, because it actually is so...
It's so good.
Such a good voice for Beerus. Because it's just so, like, droning on.
Also, can we talk about, like, real quick, with Dragon Ball Super Abridged, you know, the few scenes that TFS did?
Yeah.
Whoever played Beerus in that, it might as well just be Jason Douglas.
You know what's funny? I would say the same thing about Whis.
Yeah, him too.
Because I feel like that was like, it's just so funny because like, it was so weird, and it sucks because like I really don't want them to do full Super Abridged because I want them, I'm happy enough that they're doing a season 4.
Yeah, that they're doing the Boo Saga, even though they didn't really want to. It seemed like
that was dude. I want to talk about top 10 anime scenes that brought me to an emotional thing. Not the original, like the original, sure, but the abridged version of the ending of the Cell Saga.
I still have to watch it.
So fucking good.
I still have to go through the Android Saga.
I'll tell you right now, just to get you a little hype. Cell sings My Way.
Good.
To end it. So fucking good.
So fucking good.
All right.
We're ending this episode here.
Yeah, we gotta be on top of that.
Bye.